Yo, what's up, people? It's your boy Al coming at you today with the Apex Legends gameplay. Real quick, I'll talk about the game for a second, but that's not the main focus. The game, I actually like it a lot. I've been playing it for a few days now, and I mean, it's wonderful. This is probably my new Battle Royale game. Y'all can definitely see more gameplays of this in the future. I actually have a few that I'm going to post in upcoming videos. There's a few snippets here and there, a few fast forwards, and I'm still kind of trying to figure out ways to do editing on these kinds of videos to cut out all the boring parts. So just kind of bear with me on that. But anyway, the title of this video is probably going to be something along the lines of how choices can affect your future. And just what I mean, you guys know that I've always talked about down to earth stuff, just real life topics, and try to help you guys out in your future. As you guys know, I'm 29 years of age, and I've been around a little bit. When I was younger, I hung out with the wrong crowd. It put me in a spot where when Hurricane Katrina hit, I moved up to Kentucky back in 2005. And that was a poor life choice because of the people I was hanging out with. I put myself in a bad situation where I didn't need to be at the age of 15, 16 years of age. But that brought me to Kentucky. In Kentucky, I kind of found the bad crowd again. Didn't do real good in school or anything like that. Just enough to get by. And I instantly regretted it later on in life. And then you fast forward, graduated in 07 and then got married. And that was probably one of the worst decisions I could have made at that point in time. It seemed right, but marrying young, I seen a meme the other day. It said marrying at the age of 20 is kind of like leaving the party at 9 o'clock. Yeah, I did marry young, but I was young, dumb, and in love, and I felt it was the right thing to do. But needless to say, it wasn't by far. There was a lot of stuff that went on that shouldn't have went on. I had to do a lot of things to get out of that, that could have been avoided. But moving on, fast forwarding from that, I got out of that and went and got a job, full-time job, working out on the river. I was making good money. I did river work for 6 years, welding, cutting barges up, all that kind of good stuff. And it lasted long. 6 years is quite a while for work, and I was making good money doing it. But it's not really something that I love, that I wanted to do. And I had to drag myself to work most days. A lot of days I didn't want to go in at all. And that's not to get confused with, you might think you love your job, but is it actually the work that you're doing, or is it the people that you're working with? That's the reason that you love your job. Because whenever you want to go to find work, you want to find something that you truly enjoy doing. Otherwise, it's just going to be a drag. It's going to be miserable. You're not going to want to be there. The people might make it good, might make it a good time and, make it easier to cope with. But at the end of the day, I didn't love what I was doing, But, so I did that for 6 years and stuck with it because the money was good, like I said. And I really felt like I was stuck, like, this is what I'm going to be doing for the rest of my life, And then 6 years went by, and I actually got laid off. The company I was working for laid off like 100 employees, maybe more, maybe less. Didn't really get a real specific number there, but they did a lot of layoffs, which, I was kind of upset about at the time because, I started freaking out. Well, I got a kid, I'm a convicted felon, so it's like, there's not a lot of places hiring, those kinds of people, with no real education, just a high school diploma, and that was it. So then the ball starts rolling. It's like, okay, well, what am I going to do now to, provide for me and my child? Which started drawing unemployment. And because I had worked for, so long, my unemployment was actually really good. And I was presented with a few different opportunities that I was able to take advantage of, the situation that I was put into, and did some other things and started going to school. And that's actually where I'm at now. I'm enrolled at college going for computer programming, which is something that I genuinely enjoy doing, messing with computers, doing the computer work, all that kind of stuff. That's something that I truly enjoy, and there's a good job market for it. So at the end of the day, I guess what I'm trying to say is, be wary of the decisions you make, as far as like, what kind of situations you get yourself into, because some people will drag you down. They don't want to see you succeed. You just think that they want you to succeed, but really they're just trying to benefit from what you can offer at that point in time. So you always got to look out for yourself and what's going to better you. So just look out for you, number one, and always do what you love doing. Because YouTube and Twitch and all that, it's here for a short time, but it might not be here for a long time. So be sure that you got a backup plan for something that you genuinely enjoy doing. So, but I'll leave y'all with that. I'll let this last few seconds play out, but I'll holler at y'all on the next video. Till then, I'm out. Peace.
You are the Apex Champions.